You're gonna learn right now the easiest way to make white marble by pouring it right out of a bucket. Stay tuned and enjoy the video. What's up guys, I'm Mitch with Stone Coat Countertops. Today, I'm gonna make a white marble recipe for a customer. I'm about to go off site to their home and go over existing laminate, but they wanna see a sample of my best white marble. So I'm gonna create a white marble with a little bit of pink. So that's a pro tip guys, make a smaller piece. This one will still be functional. They're gonna use this as an entryway desk. Throw your keys, put your hat on it when you come home from work. For this sample, we're going Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy, our OG original flavor. You wanna start with part B, followed by part A. Give it a quick mix. We mix for 2 minutes. And pour it into individual mixing cups. We're gonna do an exotic pour method today. It's a real simple DIY friendly method to create epoxy countertops. You tint the epoxy, pour that tinted epoxy back into the mixing bucket. Don't mix that big mixing bucket, and you pour that right out over your countertop. My customer wants this marble pretty subtle, so I'm gonna stick with some safe white marble colors. White metallic, we're gonna go pearl metallic. We're gonna do white dye. Here was that custom white, pearl, and pink. A little bit of that. All right, take a popsicle stick and incorporate that metallic powder into the epoxy. All these metallic powders, epoxy dyes, and epoxy can be found on our website, stonecoatcountertops.com. We'll leave a link in the description below. All right, time to build that exotic pour bucket. It's really simple. As you can see, I'm not in a rush. I'm not panicking. I have my epoxy tinted. I'm gonna take those tinted cups, pour them back into this larger mixing bucket. I'm not gonna stir. Then I'm gonna pour that right over the countertop. I'm gonna start with some white dye, white metallic. Ooh, I'm just doing little layers. A little bit at a time. Look at this pink now. That's all I'm gonna use right now. This is that white with diamond dust. So this is a cool pro tip, guys. I have some white metallic left in this bucket. I'm already knowing I don't have enough white dye, so I'm gonna just fill this guy up with some white dye, give it a mix, and you'll be good to go. Now it's metallic white dye. That's sweet. Let's add some of that right now. This customer wanted it really subtle, so I'm not gonna use much more pink. Oh my goodness, that's looking good though. So here's another pro tip, folks. If you pour the epoxy down the side, it doesn't incorporate as much, and it can leave you some pretty cool veins as you go to pour this bucket out. So I'm gonna do that right here. I'm gonna layer a few colors right on top of it. See how slow it goes compared to when I dump it in? It has a different detail inside that bucket when we go to pour it out. And you let me know in the comments if you would try this on your project. If you ever tried pouring it down the side like that. All right, I'm gonna leave that like that, and I'm gonna pour the rest of this epoxy in here. I think this is exactly what my customer was looking for. All right, these drips that are all over my project, it's not a big deal. Take a paint stick, smear them out. It's about to be covered. You're all good. Boom. The exotic pour bucket is built. Now I'm gonna pour this out, striated fashion, right over my countertop. Now this is gonna continue to self-level and lay out. You have plenty of time for that to happen. So come in here with your finger, any dry spots, make them wet. This epoxy will flow, self-level. And as that epoxy starts to hit those edges, start to rub it on them. And it will start to evenly flow right over those edges as the product begins and continues to self-level. You can pick up drips, apply them up here, rub them. That breaks up that surface tension, makes those dry areas wet, which then encourages the epoxy to flow really uniform, even where those low dry spots were. It's a really awesome product. We designed and developed Stone Coat Epoxy to be very user-friendly. You have tons of time to work with it, no need to panic. So you got this little spot here, just gonna wet it. I'm barely touching the sides, bringing a little epoxy in. We'll come back to that and it'll be completely filled up. Ooh, this is gonna be pretty. I'm gonna take a little more of my bucket here. That's a little bit. And I mixed up just the right amount, 4 ounces per square foot of project. And this is gonna lay out like a sheet of glass. It's gonna be perfect. Edges are looking good. Next, I'm gonna use heat to get rid of the air I mixed into the epoxy. It's a really simple process. Use a heat gun, use a blowtorch, use a blow dryer, whatever you want. You're just gonna sweep a heat source across that. It's gonna quickly eliminate any air bubbles you mixed into the epoxy. Propane torch, not scary whatsoever. Now let me show you how to do it with a heat gun. Let it warm up. All right, same process as the propane torch. Sweep your project, but mind the cord. You don't want that dragging through this beautiful epoxy. Both methods will eliminate the air mix into the epoxy. The propane torch is like using a power drill versus a flathead screwdriver. Don't be shy, don't be nervous. That blowtorch is simple, not scary. It's amazing what your customer's response will be, even if you think you may not like it. As soon as you bring a piece into the house, most of the time the jaw drops. Guys, subscribe, ring that bell. I'm gonna go install this flavor in a customer's home. You don't wanna miss that video. We're going over existing laminate. Stone Coat Epoxy can go over your existing surfaces without even ripping anything out.